Mr. President, thank you. It's an honor to take part in this important debate today and to follow to the podium many esteemed speakers from both political parties. Our colleagues will be happy to hear, I believe I'm the last speaker today, and then we'll be voting. So I knew I'd get your attention with that. I urge the members of the Great and General Court to vote in favor of the Fair Share Amendment. This proposal will make our tax system fairer. It will enable badly needed investments in our education and our transportation systems. It will strengthen, not weaken, the Massachusetts economy, and it will provide our constituents with greater opportunity and an improved quality of life. Working families in Massachusetts are struggling to get by every single day. For them, the American dream seems ever more elusive, if not downright impossible. People are working longer hours. They're working multiple jobs. And since 1979, worker productivity in our country and in our state has increased an astonishing 65%. But workers are not getting ahead, and they're not getting their fair share. This is taking a harsh toll on our families and on our children. The child poverty rate in Massachusetts has been rising for years, with 1 in 6 children now growing up in poverty. In a state as wealthy as Massachusetts, this is shameful. Income and wealth inequality in our country are at levels not seen since the roaring 1920s, right before the Great Depression. And as you've heard already, Massachusetts is one of the most unequal states. And while there are no doubt a number of factors that have contributed to stagnating income for working families and such high levels of inequality, our state tax policy is one of these factors. And unlike the forces of globalization or rapid technological change, state policy is within our direct control. We can change it. We must change it. Our current tax system is regressive. Those folks in the bottom 20% of the income scale pay 10.5% of their annual income in state and local taxes, while those who are fortunate enough to be in the top 1% pay only 5% of their annual income in state and local taxes after accounting for federal tax deductions. This is simply not fair. Furthermore, our current tax structure is unable to support the needs of our Commonwealth. In 2001, we invested 11% of the state's economic output in our state budget. Today, that has fallen to 9.5%. Virtually every area of our state budget, as many of us would acknowledge, is underfunded, especially education and transportation that are so critical to our state's economic growth. The opponents of the Fair Share Amendment have claimed that it will drive millionaires out of Massachusetts. And yes, I acknowledge that some very wealthy people may move. Perhaps they were already thinking about retiring to Florida or Arizona, where it doesn't snow. But, Mr. President, the overwhelming evidence from study after study of state tax policy strongly suggests that the vast majority of high-income households and businesses will not leave the state simply because of a higher marginal tax rate. As we know, there are many, many good reasons to stay in Massachusetts. In fact, the investments that the Fair Share Amendment will enable in our education system and in our transportation infrastructure will make Massachusetts an even more desirable place to live, to raise a family, and to grow a business. Simply put, the Fair Share Amendment is the best opportunity we have today to make our tax system fairer, to invest in education and transportation, to strengthen the Massachusetts economy, and begin to restore the American dream for working families across the Commonwealth. I hope, Mr. President, our colleagues will join me in voting in favor of the Fair Share Amendment. Thank you very much.